Set your own goals. You're not trying to live by anybody else's expectations. You're not trying to do what other people want you to do. Your goal is your goal, so you need to set it and it needs to be privy to what you want to do. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Roslyn. On this channel, I feature inspiration, lifestyle, and self-care tips. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the 3 secrets to setting successful goals. All right, so number 1 is first, set your goal yourself. This goal should be a personal goal. It should be a goal that is going to elevate you, your life, your lifestyle, your schoolwork, your work life, whatever the goal is. This goal should be focused solely on you and how you navigate life to get to where you need to be in order to satisfy the goal requirements that you're creating. And so that is going to lead me to number 2. Number 2 is simply, you've probably heard of this before, is we're going to use a technique called SMART. And instead of using SMART by itself over the years, it has been transformed. It is an acronym. Now we're saying smarter. So with that being said, the S is to first of all be specific. You have to set a specific goal. You can't say, I want to lose weight, which a lot of people do say that. But the caveat to losing weight is, how do you want to lose that weight? Do you want to work it off mostly in the gym, which science proves that some can be worked off in the gym? Do you just want to eat a healthy diet? Science is also proven that you can eat healthy and lose weight. Would you like to do a combination of both? You have to be very specific. Are you going to even go to the gym? Are you going to walk in your neighborhood? What type of exercises are you going to do? Are you going to do Pilates? Are you going to do cardio to lose the weight? Are you just going to do simple, movements in your home? What are you going to do? So you have to be very specific on, first of all, what is it that you want to do in reference to the goal you're trying to accomplish. And then it sets the path for you to move on to the next one. So the next thing is measurable. You want to make sure that your goals are measurable. If you are, since we're talking about losing weight, if you plan on losing weight, let's say you're at 180 right now and you want to be at 150. 150 is a healthy weight for you. You think that if you get down to 150, you'd feel a lot better. So how do you map out a plan to get to 150? You start where you are, of course, and then you look for 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line. You have to create a measurable goal. So you have to say, okay, in 1 month, I should be down at least 4 to 6 pounds. If I'm losing 2 or 3 pounds a week or every 2 weeks, just in case you don't hit, the target that you plan on hitting. But you have to have some type of measurable goal. So each month you're going to be at a certain weight. You're going to lose a certain amount of pounds. And so that way you'll kind of know if you're on the trajectory or the path to getting to where you need to be to lose the weight. The next one is achievable. Achievable meaning you can't say, I want to lose weight. I want to lose 50 pounds in 1 month. First of all, not realistic or practical to lose that much weight, and that would do a lot of damage to your body. But again, it's not feasible for you to lose that much weight in a short amount of time. So you would have to look at it over a span of probably a couple of months. Sometimes, a little longer than that, just depending on how much time you have to devote to eating healthy and exercising and doing whatever else you need to do to get down to the ideal weight that you have. The next one is realistic. So it kind of goes with achievable. If you set yourself up for success in terms of losing weight, if you measure yourself over the span of a couple of months, that you can do it. If you say, okay, by the end of next week, I want to lose 20 pounds, probably not going to happen. Just physically, it would be too much on your body, and it's just not a realistic goal. So we want to make sure that we are, setting realistic goals. Same thing as if you were going to maybe run a marathon. To just say, next month, I'm going to run a marathon. It is wholeheartedly a good idea. However, there is planning, time, preparation. There are a lot of things mentally that go into running a race like that. So you wouldn't be able to mentally prepare for that race in a short amount of time. You would probably say next year I'm going to run that, or in 2 years I'm going to run a marathon, especially if you have no experience with running at all. But it's something that you definitely can achieve. You would just need to plan and focus and make sure that it is something that is realistic in terms of you getting to the goal. The next one is T, and it is for timely. So you want to make sure that you are setting time markers for everything. Previously, I talked about if you're going to lose weight in 1 month, where should you be? In 2 months, where should you be? In 3 months, where should you be? You want to always make sure that you are holding yourself accountable. If you just say in 6 months, I want to lose 10 pounds, and then you never get on a scale, you never adjust what you're eating based on how you're losing the weight, then you're basically kind of setting yourself up where you're not going to probably meet your goal. So you want to make sure that you have specific times in place to make sure that you are checking where you're supposed to be within the span of the goal that you created. The next one is the E. It is the evaluation. And we'll just keep talking about it since we're on this subject of food. Evaluate. If you get to month 1 and you've only lost 4 pounds, maybe you're not drinking enough water, maybe you're eating too much, maybe you're not eating enough. There could be a lot of different factors, but you have a chance to evaluate. Evaluations, I love them in general because it gives you an opportunity to look for basically missed opportunities to make corrections. So you can look and see where you need to make tweaks and adjustments in order to help you continue on towards your goal. The last one is readjust. So after the evaluation stage, of course, you're going to need to make some tweaks and some changes. And this is the last stage, or the last thing that you're going to do. You are going to make some adjustments. So maybe you're getting up an hour earlier and you're going to sleep an hour earlier as well. Because you're getting up an hour earlier, that means you're working out, you're getting what you need done. You're still going to sleep an hour earlier because maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe that's part of the equation. So you're making minor tweaks, and then that at the end of that next month, so the first month you've already evaluated, the next month you're going to evaluate. A lot of people like to evaluate weekly. I think weekly is a good idea. It just depends on what you're doing. Your goal setting, let's say you are starting a business. One of the things that you can do is each week you can look at how frequently you are posting to your social media, or you're doing market outreach, or whatever the task may be with your particular business. In that way, it gives you an opportunity to reevaluate for the next month. Maybe you weren't getting a lot of feedback that you were planning on getting when you were doing certain posts or certain things. Is it worth your time? Is it worth you doing that? Can you go another route? Reevaluate so you don't spend 6 months to a year and you've wasted a lot of time doing something that's not bringing you any fruit. So last stage, readjust. You definitely want to do that so you can meet your goal. The third thing, and this one is very, very, very important, is to keep your goals to yourself. A lot of times people really want to tell their family members and their friends that they're working on this and they're working on that. And when you do that, sometimes it puts you in a position where you have so much pressure on you, and you're already going to be pressuring yourself to get it done, because this is a goal and a commitment that you want to keep to yourself. But you don't need the added pressure from family and friends when you're trying to accomplish a goal. Now, in some instances, people will say, well, I want to tell my family and friends if I'm running a marathon or if I'm, starting a business, because I want them to support me and I want them to cheer me on and all of that good stuff. And it sounds really, really good. But in essence, you really, really want to keep it a secret, keep it to yourself, develop it. And after you've gotten to where you need to go in terms of the day before the race, a couple of months before the race, you're ready. You've evaluated, you've assessed everything. You want to invite them and tell them about it. That's all well and fine, but you do want to get to a stage where it's almost complete. Just like if you're going to launch a business, You tell them during the launch, when you launch the business. You don't tell them during the planning in the beginning stages, because you may change your mind and stop, and then they may say, okay, Sally Sue's on her 15th business, which you can start as many businesses as you want, because we've known from history a lot of people that start and fail at a lot of businesses. Eventually they find something that they're truly passionate about, and things usually take off for them. But number 3, just remember to keep it to yourself. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.